I'm gonna throw up. I might actually throw up.
I've never heard you. I've never heard your voice change so much. It was serious. I was like, is she gonna throw up? What is William? It's live. William. Well, are we set up right now? We are set up. Will, he's just back there chuckling.
Is this live?
Now you don't have nothing to say? You like this? Is this what you want, America? Our demise.
Oh my
Money!
God.
No! You know what I'm saying? This is how y'all gonna bring it in, huh?
I'm still okay. All right.
Poised and focused. It'd be nice if we can get unfrozen, William, so we can see how we look. Get ourselves hair, makeup.
You know they quit last Thursday.
They're on strike. What's up, people?
What's up? 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 What's up?
So
We could have went right into our intro for
we could have. Okay, start it over.
What's up? 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 My name's
What's up, y'all? My name's Rae.
and I'm Favor.
And this is your reality check.
check.
I already had my finger up when I said my name's Rae.
She got the
I'm
guns
just
out.
ready, right? Ooh, what are we talking about today? Bring it
Today
in.
we are talking about cutting. Cut it.
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 What's another song? I had to leave them posts alone to get my mind right. That's a Cut It Off song.
I don't know that song.
Uh-oh. To the left, to the left.
Yeah.
That's a Cut It Off song.
Beyonce.
What's another Cut It Off song?
Cut it off. I felt like that was
It
right.
ain't nothing to cut that off.
Yeah. I used to say that about my hair.
Oh, it ain't nothing to cut that hair off.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing. It just grows from your scalp.
Yeah.
Reclaiming your peace.
Reclaiming your peace.
Hi, Parisha. Welcome. All right. Well, first of all, let's start from the very top. How's your week going?
My week is going very well. Yes.
Is it?
It is. It is.
What's so good about it?
I've been working on this song.
Yes!
And it's coming together.
Do we have a release date?
Not for that one, but for this one.
Not for that.
We have a release date.
When can the people look for it? And what's it called?
It's called SLIN. We'll figure out what it means later. Listen to it.
So listen.
It'll be out 8/15.
8/15.
SLIN.
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 Listen to it.
Yeah.
And be ready for it. It's going to drop. That hot fire.
That hot
We got
How's
five
your
people
week
live.
going?
It's all right. You know, I'm alive. I'm here.
Amen. Yes.
I'm enjoying the sun.
Exactly. Yes. I love it.
That's about it.
Good.
Ah, it's good. It's good. You know, I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, it's good.
No, it is good.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay, we're going to say this one thing really quick. I'm so excited because. Okay.
Okay.
Don't tell Devin.
Okay. Don't tell Devin.
Nobody tell Devin. But I got these lime green felines today.
Uh-huh.
I'm really excited about it.
When they come in.
Hopefully they'll be here by the 12th. That's a
soon.
ways away.
It's like
But
a week
It's fine. I'm excited about them.
and a half.
They're bright.
I'm sure lime green.
I'll show you a picture of them later.
Please do. Thank you. How's y'all week going? Hit us up in the comments.
Let us know. Yes.
Like the video.
Exactly.
Subscribe to the queue.
Yes.
Ring the bell if you're on YouTube.
So you can get those notifications, honey.
Exactly.
All right. Now all into it.
Let's get into it.
Cutting people off.
cutting people off.
I don't like to say it like that.
I know it sounds so harsh
and abrupt.
Sometimes it is though.
It is sometimes,
but sometimes it's not.
I feel like when and if you have to cut somebody off, you have to kind of like weigh the pros and the cons and think of why you are ultimately cutting them off, and it should be for your benefit. It's not a selfish thing, and it doesn't have to be all at once.
Yeah,
you can give that person warnings, but I think excuse me, I think that if it's affecting you mentally, adding stress to you, and it's not allowing you to progress in your own right, then yeah, you should start cutting this person off.
Yeah,
or people off.
But is that before or after like attempts to relieve these stressors?
Like, you mean
within the relationship?
Yeah, I think that you should definitely try. I've had like instances, like there were like just people around me that would try to, because I like to fix things. So if somebody tells me something's wrong, or I notice that something's wrong, I try to find a solution and fix it. But if that person is they always have something wrong constantly, you're just like, all right, this is just
same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is just like it's draining, and you kind of feel bad because you think that you really want to be able to help the people like through that phase.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately, if it's bringing you down to that extent, then it's just.
Absolutely. What do our comments say? Hey y'all. Hey Will. Great.
Thursday sermon. Come on down. Will. I think cutting people off is imperative to personal development and growth.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely. I feel like it just happens naturally for some people, but sometimes it's like an intentional thing.
Yeah.
And all the time, like, it doesn't have to be this terrible, messy, whatever thing. Even though sometimes it is.
I think you can even tell people, like, straight up, like, listen, I'm letting you know, like, I am trying to, grow in myself. And especially if you're close to that person, you should be able to have that conversation and be like, I'm not about all this extraness. Like, I'm trying to move forward, and I want to pull you along, too, for the ride. But if you're going to be holding me back, listen, it's nothing to cut you off.
First and foremost.
Ooh, okay, so I'm going to clear my throat. I was reading earlier, and I found some really good tips by the Bishop.
All costs.
T.D. Jakes.
Boundaries is big. Yes, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, you got to protect you.
That's going to come up a lot in these points.
Absolutely. You guys tell us about times, too, when you've had to reclaim your peace. How it was for you to cut people off. How it affected you personally. All of that good stuff. Okay, hold on, let's see. Trying to get to
my voice.
I know I've got some like
phlegm. I'm an empath or something.
I'm sorry.
You got phlegm. I got phlegm.
Everybody has phlegm. Okay, so these are a few reasons why or how you know you should cut somebody off. So we can expound upon these points. Number 1. When you are no longer happy to see or be around them. I can, it's almost like, not necessarily, I wouldn't say happy, but it's almost like, here they go. Like, that's what I think of. Or like, you almost already know, like, what it's going to be. Like, what problem they're going to have today.
Yeah.
And...
Ooh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, it's draining within itself, because then it's like you're trying to make up for them, like, oh no, like everything's gonna be fine. Like it's gonna work out. You run out of excuses almost for them to see the bright side of things. And it's like, you know what, girl? Like, I'm not gonna be able to help you out if you can't help yourself out.
Yeah. I think too it matters like why you feel that way.
Yeah.
Like why you feel like you don't feel happy to see them, or why you just don't want them around.
Yeah. And the thing is like people, I also believe that everybody obviously, goes through things, and we can't determine how long or length of time that something somebody should have to go through something like depression, you know what I mean, or something like that. So I'm not even necessarily speaking on those instances, because a lot of times people go through those like in phases or like months at a time. But I think that we have to consider the fact that like they have to want to get better, you know what I mean, or at least be progressing, taking those steps. Lonnie, when a person constantly brings you down and drains you mentally. Yes, absolutely.
That's that point.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's in there, but that's this one.
Second point, when they offer you nothing but negativity.
Nothing but
negativity. Have you ever been around somebody like, because even though, like, even when I'm in a crappy mood, I try to, especially if somebody tells me, like, good news or something exciting that they've been trying to do, I still try to find the good in that, because I want them to still, you know what I mean, like, not be so worried about me and what I'm going through, because I know ultimately I'm going to come out on the other side, but I still want to be able to celebrate in that moment with them.
Yeah.
But have you ever, like, had conversations with somebody that's constantly going through something, and then, like, you tell them your news, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've been on both sides of that.
Yeah?
Yeah. And each time it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like on both sides of that.
But it's just like, you can't, like, I understand, I get it. But you know what, though? I also feel like in that, some people have to know when, like, if I'm going through something, like, I don't know, something tragic, you shouldn't be like, oh, but I just got $100 I just won this amazing thing. And then the person's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's, like, you have to kind of be empathetic and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't tell you about that thing. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. Like, you don't want to be I was going to say a bad word. We're not going to say that word.
We're not going to say that word? Oh, we always say that
Profanity.
Ugh.
Point number 3. When they want or take more than they give.
Yes. But I was thinking about that point when I read it. Mm-hmm. I get that. I do get that. But I think oftentimes, like, we're looking for somebody to give us exactly what we give, and we miss out on what they give because we're looking for what we give.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they're not giving anything, but actually they are. It's just not what you give.
What you were, and what you were looking for.
Yeah.
So then you think about it and you're like, I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I always do that. Like, I'll always be like, well, you don't do this and you don't do that. But then I'm just like, well, maybe that's me. I'm learning not to cut people off. But yeah. What?
We learning about favor. William. Facts. I think people give differently. For real.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
And people receive differently.
Yeah,
it's like the love languages.
Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely like the love languages.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Shannon. Welcome. Lonnie, when you cut someone off, you have to stand on your decision and not let emotions drive you into their negative ways. Now, you know what? Okay, so what about cutting somebody off for, now, you wouldn't say that it's for, like, a certain amount of time, but, like, you cut somebody off, and then, like, you kind of, like, come back full circle, and you realize, like, oh, my God, they've really changed, and you can kind of work on their relationship. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't say I'm cutting you off forever. Yeah. But right now, I'm cutting you off. Yeah. Because we both need to.
Distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Distance ourselves from each other. Yeah. Figure this thing out. And then sometimes.
I love distance.
The loss. Yeah. I mean, it's important. The loss of somebody can truly make you realize, oh my gosh. Yeah. Because to me, in my mind, chances are you're not going to be the only person that feels that way about them. You know what I mean? And I feel like when somebody is going through that, or they're the person that's being, everybody's cutting them off. Yeah. It's gonna happen. And then at some point they have to kind of see within themselves, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not going anywhere. Everybody else around them is. Like, I need to get myself together. Yeah. Ultimately.
No, absolutely. That's definitely the thing. I think it only works if it's like a group thing. Yeah. Like a group project here.
Ooh.
We've all got to be
cut off intervention. We all been to cut off Johnny Lee, because Johnny Lee always over here messy.
This is the what's the name?
What?
What is it? When they talk in the camera at the reality show. What do we call it? Yeah, this is the confession. They about to go into the intervention.
We about to cut her off.
Bobby has no idea.
But we tired of this mess. Dom, jealousy is insane too when it comes to having people in your personal space, like the ones you consider close, being envious of how others respect and love you. Ooh, that's deep. That is really, really deep, especially like on that person's to be jealous of the way that they see others love you or respect you.
Oh, wow.
Huh. That sounds personal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's weird though.
Yeah, that is.
Because you should want the people that you're around to be loved.
Exactly, and you should love the fact that they are. Like, oh man, like look at this. You know what I mean? Like, not many people love my friend, or you know what I mean? Like, that's deep. That's deep, but it's real. Also, people are extremely envious though. Like, and the thing is, that's something that is just so sad to me. Not something I can't say I've never felt before, but it's very hard for me to, I guess, you know what I mean? Especially like with people that are close to me. Yeah. Because like I don't know. I don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
I look at it as like, dang, they were really trying to do this thing. You know what I mean? And they were able to finally do this thing.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to.
Because you have like genuine love for people and what they do.
Yeah. I don't have time. That's too much energy.
No time.
Ooh, number 4. Point number 4. When you can no longer trust them. We're talking about all the flags as to when you should cut people off. When you can no longer trust them. Ooh.
That's a thing for me.
That's deep.
That's how I accidentally like cut people off.
Ooh, what are they doing to show you that you can't trust them?
For me, it's usually when I feel like I'm not like in a comfortable reality. Like if you're one person in front of me and then you have a lot to say away from me, then I'm like, I don't feel comfortable here. Let me shut up.
A lot to say, like away from you, like you say, like behind your back, or a lot to say. Oh,
like if things aren't the same here, and then when I leave, then I'm just like, let me just shut up. And it's not even on purpose, but then I accidentally like, run away.
I don't like, and it was so funny because my mom and my grandma used to say stuff like this, like when I was younger, and I didn't understand it until I think I was like around 17, 18, because you don't really think about it, but it's like, you know, like when you've met the person that like knows everybody's business and is telling you everybody's business, but you didn't hear that from me, girl. And you're like, well, if you're telling me everybody's business, why am I going to tell you my business? Because you're going to have my name. What makes me so different? Yeah. Like, you have my name in your mouth. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like that, stuff like that to me, like, I have had to cut so many people like that off because they come and it's crazy because it's like almost like a mask, almost like a shield, because they present themselves as so genuine. Yeah. Like, and girl, all I tried to do was like, I was just there for her. All I did was I was just there for her. Yeah. But were you really? Because right now we're having this conversation and you're telling me all of her business, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want you to be talking to me about her business. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather not know. Yeah. I just rather would not know because like, no. Yeah, and then it like spreads because whoever else you just told, I'm living in a whole nother reality. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't even know. And then you can be in the story by default. Like, you won't even say anything. But yeah, I was talking to Toya and I was telling Toya about it. And it's like, so what did Toya have to say? I didn't have anything to say. But here's the thing though. I'm okay when it's like said to me. But if I'm like in it and I have no idea that there's this other side, yeah, I'm gone. Yes, exactly. It'd be an accident. Now I feel like asking for advice in your situation, but like one thing, like I like to, like if I'm in that, I'm not using people's names. I'm not using, but I have somebody that's in a situation. You know what I mean? Or I'm in the situation and I'm able to use myself as an example because I'm in it. But I will never say something that I wouldn't want that other person to know that I've said. You know, that to me is definitely, my nose is just itchy today. Is it on the outside? My allergies messed up. Yeah, it's like all here. Right. And I want, some people just be, William, some people just be having shady patterns that I recognize. Oh yeah. And it's so true. When people show you who they really are, you gotta believe them. There'll be like little glimpses too. I don't like when people use that quote like that. Why? Because it's like they only use it for the negative. I hate that. I'm sorry. I just hate that. About people showing you who they are? Yeah. Why? Because they only, like, literally, you can know somebody for like 15 years, and as soon as they uproar, oh, now I see how you really are. Yeah. That's it? After all these years? But I mean, but then it's that's who I really am, though. But that's a part of who you really are. Yeah, but now I know I can't do that thing, because if I do that thing, that's how you about to react. Within that. Yeah, but I think to me it's more shocking because it's like, dang, like I didn't know you were gonna react like that. Yeah. Like this whole time I've known you and I've never known that you were gonna do that. Wow, okay, now I know that's how you really are, like in that instance. There'd be a conversation about it, but I would be shocked. But I mean, on the flip side of that, like you said, now I know how you really are. Man, I thought that she was really, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. But I mean, like, it can be used, like, negative. I mean, in a positive sense, too. Yeah. So we're like, oh, I didn't know that she could sing like that. Now I know she could really sing like that. You know, I don't know. I don't know either. We don't know.
I always think about that every time I hear it. I'm like, they just took Maya's quote and just.
I
know.
Mama we have seen, honey. Dom, the messy. I believe people can really change though once they really hit the deep end. It's either hit or miss as well.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Number 5. When they are no longer supportive. Ooh. But what if they can't be supportive? What if they are like going through like just a rough patch within themselves where they're just like, I need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Like, and they warn you, like, you know what? I can't be there for you right now. Like, realistically, I don't know how long this is going to last, but please, like, know that I'm there for you in spirit. I can't come and support you at this thing, or whatever it is.
I think that's the thing, but I think that goes back to what Dom said about boundaries.
Yeah.
And being able to communicate those boundaries.
Absolutely.
But if you can't, then that's a different story. And you end up whatever. The problem is that people don't vocalize that too. Exactly.
But vocalize what?
What would you just say about supporting?
Oh yeah. No, they don't. They just disappear.
Respond to my life.
That's what's so important. Yeah, communication is extremely important. I think that's something that's easier said than done, though.
Yeah.
In a lot of different seasons, especially if somebody is like constantly feeling like they're going through something.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I have a heart. Like, cutting people off. Yes, I completely understand it. It's important. We always see that side of the person who's doing the cutting off, but what about the person that's being cut off?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what are they internally going through? Were they purposely trying to be mistrusted? Were they purposely trying to do all these negative things?
Yeah.
Did the person that cut them off really do them the due diligence of trying to see what they were going through? You know what I mean? Like, all you hear is like, they just cut them off. So I think like it's important to cut people off, but ultimately, if they're close to you, you gotta really. Lonnie said, "Yeah, it is."
That's why I laugh, because I'm like,
all of it, Lonnie.
I feel like it's messy.
Right. Yes, all of it. But
all of it.
What about like if you're in? I don't know. Like, I always think about like a group of friends, and like it's almost like sides. Like two people have gotten into it. Aww. What happens to the rest of the people?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't be close to enough people at one time.
Because like because it's just so messy because you have these friends over here, and the person that they both have gotten into, and you're friends with both of them. You'll talk to one of them, and they're gonna be talking about the situation. You're like, I really don't want to talk about the situation.
But do you think that if everybody's friends, though, that they would come together and try to mend that?
I think that everybody would try to. I think it would just depend on what it was and the severity of it.
This is scary.
But I mean, it's what happens. It's so funny because I was watching. Oh, what was it? It was some messy show. I really wasn't even watching it. It was like a clip. I think it was was it Basketball Wives? It was something like that. And like two of the ladies, and of course it was for the drama and the mess. Like two of the ladies, they cannot stand each other, but they're all supposed to be friends. We know that it's just all for show. And they all ended up like going to like, they went away to like San Diego or something like that. And like two of the friends, like they didn't like each other. And like one of them was like, well, can we just have 2 separate dinners? Because I do not want to be here with the. I'm like, this is just so messy. Like this is messy for no reason right now. And I was thinking, how would you even like, why would you even want to be in that, like, comfortably?
No, we're not going to San Diego.
No, not all of us.
Go up the street, maybe.
But no, not all of us. Well, yeah, you can't be in charge of another person's happiness. You just have to be as considerate as possible, but your peace is paramount. Dom, yes! Speak, Brother Blake. Oh, yes, Brother Blake, speak. Order. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dom, people have hidden agendas and low-key live for drama and beef. I learned only people unhappy in their own lives cause havoc in others.
When they got beef, we go vegan.
Yeah. I always try to like think about, I don't know, like, yeah.
No. Let me read it again. People have hidden agendas and low-key live for drama and beef. I learned only people unhappy in their own lives cause
havoc in others. But I agree to like with that to an extent, but I don't know, like.
I don't think that everything is intentional.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I have a hard time, because like I often like it's so easy to be like, your happiness is key, your happiness is key, and it is, and I'm like an advocate for that. Yeah, but then at the same time, I'm just like, but that person, like.
Yeah. And what is happy? When is anybody ever just happy?
Yeah.
Not to be depressed.
No, but I mean, like, I know, like all the time. At some point, you're gonna be that person that gets cut off.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could be doing everything right.
I don't want to be doing everything wrong and watching yourself like mess up your life.
Yeah, but see, but you know what I mean? Like, so, and then, but once that person, like, for instance, once that person that feels like, okay, I got everything I need, my happiness is here, you know, I'm on the right path, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then they are the person that's gotten cut off. Oh, they just hating on me, they want what I got, and blah, blah, blah. Like, really?
Yeah. I think that, especially in relationships where the love is genuine, I think that you have those moments.
Yeah.
But they don't last.
Right.
And you come around and then the love is there again. But you just, like, you have those moments. But that's it. Like, you don't just completely just cut.
Yeah.
You can't.
But I mean, aside from cutting people off, you have to cut things off too. Because of the way that they, like, for instance, and we talk about it often, but like it's just easy to reference, like social media. You have, like, sometimes you have to, because it's like that stuff gets in your head. Like, I gotta cut this. I gotta stop unfollowing these people. I gotta stop. Because a lot of people are on trash, and I'm not about that. I'm not about to sit there and like be scrolling through and like mentally like digest all this BS and crap. Exactly, and it's just like, I'm cutting this off, I'm cutting that off, and like a lot of times I feel like that can be even more important than cutting people off. You know what I mean? Because like you're constantly going back to that thing. Oh, mommy, what, Toya?
What?
Are you happy or content?
Evolving.
Well, I think that intent and actuality are two different things. Whether someone intended to harm you or not isn't the fact of the matter. The fact is the harm happened. But I think that there is something to be said when it's addressed.
Yeah.
Especially if the relationship is valued.
Yeah. For
sure. I think
if it's not even really a cutoff. Yeah. It's just like a, all right, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that's called.
And all right, thanks, bye. This frozen. I just we haven't moved at all.
Look at my little pudge.
I'm just like stuck. William, that's our producer's fault.
We love him though. Sometimes.
Most days. I want to hear some stories about how you guys have. I don't want to hear about how you cut people off.
Tell us how you cut people off.
How you reclaimed your peace. The benefit of cutting people off. The benefit is what's most important. Come on! Hi, Trey!
Ernie.
Oh, hi! That's right!
Yeah.
He's hilarious. And I just found out that you can sing.
You just
beautiful voice. People think that sometimes being content is happiness. Sometimes being content is. Because, honey, I've gone through some stuff, and if I can just be content, if I can just get up and be content, I've made it.
That's enough.
That's enough for me.
Yeah. Especially our feelings are, like, constantly evolving. That's why I'm like, what is happiness? But
I know, like, I know what true happiness is, but I also know that it's unrealistic to expect to be that all day,
the time,
every day.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna sit up here and lie and say that you are,
because you're lying,
there's something wrong with you. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, I have days, where there are small things that just, piss me off. Like earlier today.
Talk about it.
Like, I hate when this is, and it was completely my fault. Okay, it was completely my fault. But still.
Watching. But if you're not.
So I was walking across the street. This wasn't today. This was yesterday. I was at Menards. I was like walking. Now, I was not walking across like the literal pedestrian crosswalk. But this guy, so he's like speeding through past. And he didn't stop where I was walking. So I'm like in the middle and I could have gotten hit. Like, so he keeps going. But he stops for this other lady at the actual crosswalk. I was like, did he not stop for me? Because anyway.
For some lines?
For some lines!
Sir.
I was pissed.
You know what?
So that ruined about a good hour of my day.
He needs to be cut off pronto. What's crazy is as soon as you said Menards, I was like stuck because the theme music just started playing.
Saving money at Menards. That was my first time going there.
Was it? Mm-hmm. I've never been in there.
I love it.
What is it?
It's like they have everything in there.
Like,
they got like hardware. They even have like little groceries in there, but it's all at a good price.
Hardware and groceries?
I know.
I don't want to be in their back.
But I think that they did it because it's supposed to be like, honey, you can go over there for the hammer, and I'll go over here for some chicken for dinner.
Walmart. Wow. All right.
Cut off.
Cuts.
We need to hear these stories.
Right. Tell us about the clippings. Not the cuts.
William, I used to just ghost people for real. Oh, man, let me tell you something. Yes.
Yeah.
I used to clearly. But, you know, I used to ghost people because, like, I would be like, it used to all be lies, too. Like, just because, like, I'm moving so much, you know, you'd be like, yeah, we're going to keep in touch. We're not keeping in touch.
Aww, man.
And I knew this.
Yeah.
And you know this.
You know what's crazy?
What?
And this is like high school. So our last day of high school, my group of friends, we was all at lunch. We was like, we're not talking after this.
No.
And everybody just agreed. And I was just like, wow, I love this.
Yes.
And we didn't talk. We got together one other
time.
time. And
That's
we didn't
very
talk.
mature. That's so mature.
We got through this
together.
together.
Fake it.
Let's, all right.
I
loved it, yeah.
I went to 2 different high schools, and let me tell you, if I don't see it, I'm like, Dom, it's not always bad to be cut off. Some people cut you off to protect you at times, especially if they feel burdening or emotions begin to take over a lot of misconceptions.
Oh my God, yes.
That's real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for putting that into
Yes,
words.
but like you said, that it's so important to communicate that.
Yeah.
It's
but sometimes
so
people can't feel that because they're feeling all of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just love y'all. We just love you.
Oh, Ernie, we
Lonnie,
love
I
you.
thought Menards was a restaurant? Lonnie.
I can't even think of what she might have been thinking of.
What sounds like Menards?
We're not judging you, though.
We're judging. I'll tell them then get ghosts. So the way you don't contact me for closure. So that way you don't contact me for closure.
I'll tell them.
I am big on closure though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No.
Well, kind of. It depends.
I don't really understand closure. I've always like had this craving for closure, but you never get closure. But the thing is,
closure.
I've realized that closure doesn't like require the other party. So
for you?
No.
How?
Just because I feel like it's a me thing.
Mm.
Like, because constantly, I feel like if I'm going to another person for closure, I'm going to constantly have more questions and more questions and more questions. And then it's just like,
so closure
maybe
for
we need
you,
to be closer.
In your mind would be questions.
Questions and trying to figure out what happened and all of this. What is closure?
No, that's right. No, I'm just saying, like, I think it just depends on the person, like, whatever that closure is that they need. Like, for me, closure is, you shut up. You gotta say what you need to say. Now you're gonna listen to me. And I'm gonna say what I got to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip my hair and shut the door. That's closure.
No, I want to have a conversation, but then if I have a conversation, I'm gonna want to fix it, and it's never closed.
Aww. She has a heart. That's what we learn on this show. Favor is not heartless.
Exactly. Y'all thought I was heartless?
Honey, you should see the fan mail. Lonnie,
What'd she say?
It sounds like a spaghetti. Menards does not sound like a spaghetti place. Ragu, Prego, Spaghetti Warehouse.
Menards.
Machianos, Romanos, Menards. Olive Garden, Menards. Jay DJ in the world. I'm in here. We miss you. Where are you?
I saw him a couple weeks ago.
I haven't seen you in Yes. Aw, how you've grown, I'm sure. Our little Willie.
You know he on tour.
Right. Don't know nobody no more. Come back to your family, honey. All right. What else?
I don't know.
Will, DJ Ill Will, tell us about a time you had to cut somebody off, because we know you had to cut somebody off. Tell us right now. Get to typing. But wait. So what you want to talk about while we wait?
Okay, so I don't know. Change the subject. We gotta get out of here.
We're waiting for DJ Ill Will to let us know. Nobody has told us about an instance. Well, we did get lots of good advice in terms of cutting people off.
Will says it's easy.
Yeah, Will does say it's. I think that now. Oh, he said it's easy. I think about William. Closure is an illusion. The mind possesses the power. Let me tell you something. William is just
this is quoted
over here. Oh, finally? Really?
Sharonda.
Okay. Closure is an illusion. The mind possesses the power to finalize things on its own. Educate yourself. Weston.
Look at you. Wait, I missed it.
DJ Ill Will. Just don't entertain them. Okay, it's easier said than done now.
No, not always.
It is for me, because if it's somebody that's close to me, it's not so much entertaining them. If it comes off first as like there's certainly an issue.
Yeah.
If it's negativity, the whole thing is like I said, if it's somebody's close to me, it's gonna be addressed in a certain way. I'm not just gonna sit there and ignore it and be like, all right, you just cutting up, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you have your moment. No, there's something up, especially if it's radical all of a sudden behavior and you acting up. We need to have a conversation.
I guess I'm just, in this instance, with the don't entertain them, I'm just thinking about people I'm not close to. The ones that I guess
but
we
they
decided.
don't matter. Then you're not cutting them off.
Cut off. Because we already said that. My bad. Ill Will, you brought mess into the room. Just kidding. When I come home, I pretty much cut everybody off that I felt had too many excuses on why they didn't do the things that. Oh, I gotta read this again. I'm gonna put an attitude on. Thank you. I love it. Come with it.
Dom says, when I came home, I pretty much cut everybody off that I felt had too many excuses on why they didn't do the things they consistently said they would, or just wasn't loyal to me like I was to them. As independent as I am, when I do lean on folks and they don't respond how I have to them genuinely, it's a wrap. If you can count on me, I should be able to count on you.
Wow, straight like that. That was powerful. I don't know. This collaboration was powerful. I loved it. Wow.
I'm dark skinned when it comes to that. We're not even addressing that. Exactly.
I don't understand.
Hi, Reese.
Reese.
I don't understand. Exactly. We don't understand. My delay. I'm upset.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I still can't get off the line thinking Minaj is a good place. This is not.
It's not okay.
Lonnie, I'm taking you to Menards. We going to Menards.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Ain't nothing to cut that off. Y'all, hey girl.
Hey, Reese.
It's been fun. Y'all want to show up at the end of the show.
Right.
Now y'all need to rewatch it and be ready for next week's show. We need to get some ideas and topics for next week's show. So, shoot those in our comments.
Yes.
Let us know what y'all want to talk about.
In the inbox. The Q's inbox.
Why did you read that like the girls on Maury? Hey.
She did.
Will said, it's real. So many people be too emotional and try to include history or some sort of friendship. Catch us on YouTube too.
Yeah. Some history or friendship. What if there is a friendship?
Yeah. I think, okay, now.
Breadsticks on me.
And then you know what? We could use this friendship right here. If DJ Ill and William, if William started cutting up, Ill Will, best believe you would address him. You wouldn't just cut him off.
Exactly. Because that's your friend.
Cold turkey, because that's your homie.
And if you don't feel that way, do not get in the comments.
Exactly, saying that you don't feel that way.
Watching.
Exactly. He's here right now.
Y'all need to get in the inbox.
He's sensitive, and he'll be in here crying.
But if your time is up.
Your time is up. Oh, and I want to be a special guest. Come on, what we gonna talk about?
right
Make
here.
it a good topic. We're going to pick on you.
Yeah. Just sit right here.
Yeah. The battle of the wills.
Ooh, that needs to be next week.
That does. Oh no, that'd be too much. We would get up and walk out.
Yeah, we'd be the producers that day.
Right. Sit up. Get them together. I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Good talks. Yeah, I'm
Reclaim
done
your
too.
peace. Reclaim it. What's the moral of the story?
But communicate when you need it.
Oh,
When you're lacking it.
yes.
And yeah. Please, and I got a list of topics. Great.
Okay, cool.
We'll
We'll
talk-
hit you up right after this.
Our people will talk to your people.
Yeah. Our people is William.
Yeah.
We think you guys know each other.
Will is cracking up.
The moral of today's story is
I already said
Favor.
it.
What'd you say?
Didn't I?
Or did you?
Maybe I didn't. The moral of today's story is communicate when you need your peace or when your peace is lacking. I thought I did.
Ooh, have you ever had a Calypso lemonade?
No.
Oh, I'm about to go give me one.
You know I love lemonade.
Did y'all know? Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Okay.
This is neither here nor there.
Will got the timer on. You better hurry up.
Okay. In Subway now, they always had this in Mustard Seed, and I used to get it there. But it's Mr. Hubert's lemonade. Oh, it's so good. It's the perfect amount of sweet and the perfect amount of tang and the perfect amount of lemonade. It's so delicious. Go get some.
One year I had to Google, is it possible to be addicted to lemonade?
Ooh, it's so good.
Because I was
Especially in the
addicted to
summertime.
lemonade.
It's so good.
And you know what I found?
What?
I found that it is the mix of the sweet and the sour overwhelming your taste buds.
Come on.
And it's just like...
It's perfect. It's everything. It's
I love it.
refreshing. I'm going to Sheets right after this.
I love lemonade. Okay.
Yes. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Reclaim your peace. Don't expect happiness all the time. Communication is key.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Enjoy the roller coasters.
Enjoy it. But ultimately, if they ain't trying to get it right, cut them off. Because we don't have the time. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm Rae.
I'm Favor, and I'm trying to get it right.
Up.